Good morning, class. My name is Christy, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a time-baked chicken breast. And basically, it's just something I threw together one night whenever I was at home messing around in my kitchen. So, before we get started, I'd really like to tell you a little story. This is a girl named Kelly. She is a full-time employee. She is a wife and a mother. And on top of all of this, she is also a full-time college student. So, her life is pretty crazy. She comes home from work, and as soon as she sits down, she begins doing a little schoolwork. And by the time she's getting good into her schoolwork, which is about 30 minutes, and she begins to hear her husband say, "Honey, what are we going to eat for supper?" And by this time, she's just thinking, "Oh my goodness, what was I thinking? I didn't get anything for supper. What are we going to eat?" And so, what is she to do? They've eaten KFC and Burger King and Domino's for the last week. So, what could she have done? She could have made my little concoction. What you will need is a bag of chicken breast, 2 limes, and some Italian dressing, about a cup. You will also need a glass baking dish and a zester. If you don't have a zester, a cheese grater can work. And also a juicer. If you don't have a juicer, I would probably use just a strainer. So, let's get started cooking. Take the chicken breast and begin to defrost it. You can defrost chicken in the microwave, or I also like to use a big bowl. I just put the chicken breast in the bowl and run hot water over them. So, after that's done, you need to start preheating the oven. It needs to be put on about 350 degrees. While the oven is preheating and the chicken is defrosting, you can begin to mix your Italian dressing. You need to put the Italian dressing into the bowl, about a cup of it, and then you need to begin zesting your limes. And when I say zesting, I mean just scraping the skin off a lime. That's it. You just, my zester actually hooks onto my bowl, and that's how I zest. After it is zested, cut the limes in half and put your juicer on top of your bowl and juice your limes. If you do not have a juicer, I would take a strainer and just squeeze the limes over the strainer and into the bowl. When that is done, your chicken should be just about defrosted. If they're not, it's okay. They can be a little frozen still in the middle. Place them into your dish. A dish this size can hold about 4 to 6 pieces of chicken, depending on their size. So, whenever they're in the dish, take your mixture, pour it over your bowl. Over your chicken. Out of your bowl. And then, that's all your prep work. That's it. You are done. So, you just have to put your dish into your oven and wait about 30 minutes. And during that 30 minutes, I like to play with my daughter or do a little schoolwork, clean the house a little bit. So, after that 30 minutes is over, take your chicken out, cut a slit in the middle of them, and check and make sure there is no pink. There does not need to be pink, because that means it's not completely finished cooking. It also does not need to look anything like it did before it went into the oven. If it looks anything like it did when it went in the oven, it's not finished. So, after that's finished, you need to wait about 10 to 15 minutes to let it cool off a little bit before you eat it. I then take just a plate, put my chicken on my plate, and enjoy. I take a fork and a knife, grab a glass of tea, and I sit at the table. And Me and my husband like to talk over the dinner table, and it's also a really great time to reconnect with your children, find out about their days, and it's just a really good sharing time. So, that's it. Enjoy your family, enjoy your meal. And also, I just want everyone to know, just because you don't have to cook this meal, just because you work and you have school does not mean you cannot cook for your family. You just have to find something that doesn't take quite as long. Thank you.